Hey, welcome. Come on in. Please follow me over to the library here. Thank you all for opening this video. For those who don't know me, my name is Samuel Dunson. Many of you don't know me from Adam, and I know that, and I want to give you an idea as to what this is about. I'm an artist, and I'm an educator. I have taught at Tennessee State University in Nashville for 21 years, and over the past 8 years, I've lived in Kennesaw, Georgia, which recognizably is quite a bit away from Nashville, Tennessee, where Tennessee State University is. And over the past 8 years, I've actually been traveling up to Nashville and back to Kennesaw every week. Go up on Monday, come back on Thursday, so on and so forth. But I do it because I love what I do. I love being an educator. The one thing that this past year has thrown into the mix, and everybody knows what I'm talking about,
The whole COVID pandemic has had a major effect on the entire world, with over 9 million cases and over 2 million deaths. COVID has affected my family as well, as both my parents contracted it, and I have a cousin who unfortunately passed away from it. So I truly sympathize with the toll it has taken, and I fully
understand what's going on. But within that time, as an artist, I've had an opportunity to do a couple of things and make some things and do some things that I've never done before. One of those things is I love building. And my wife and I actually bought this home about 1.5 years ago. And this space before was a dining room, and you can see here what that space kind of looked like before. And now you can kind of see what happened within the time, the COVID and all that, what has happened now. I was able to build this library. My wife and I have collected books over the years, enough books to where they were in boxes and they were taking up space. So I wanted to build a space we could actually pretty much house the books that we have. But you can also see that there's a lot of extra empty spaces around the library. My first thought was, okay, there's an opportunity to go buy a whole bunch more books. But being an artist and having an artist's mind, another idea came up. And here's where you come in. Instead of me going to buy a bunch of books, what my plan is to do is to actually trade a small work of art for a book. There's enough space in this for me to actually create 100 works of art over a 100-day span of time. And for each one of those 100 works of art, I'd love to connect with a person that I either know or follow on social media or have never met in my life. I'm interested in what makes people tick. So I'm looking at this idea as an art project as opposed to just grabbing books, buying books, buying books and putting them on the shelves, because I know enough about myself to where I know what types of books I would actually buy. So if you're interested in this, what I would love for you to do is to become part of this. As I said, I'm looking at this as more of an art project. So if you're part of this, I'm finding 100 people to say that they would be willing to trade a book that tells me a little bit about you for a work of art that I've created within that 100-day period. The book doesn't have to be anything special. In fact, I would love for it not to be something that you hold dear, but I also don't want a book that you would have to go out and buy or purchase. I'd love to actually trade that work of art for that idea of what that book means to you. In essence, it gives me an understanding of who you are as a person, and the fact that I'm either following you on Instagram or friending you on Facebook, listening to your thoughts on Twitter, or I've known you my whole life and I want to know really who you are, then that work of art becomes yours, and those ideas of who you are as a person that made you purchase that book now becomes mine, and I'm able to put it in the space. First and foremost, I'm not a stalker. For anybody that knows me, I don't want to know really where you live or anything like that. So no, this is not crazy. You can find anything about me online, everything that I've said. I'm a genuine person, so I'm not looking to find out more about you than what you're willing to give me. So I'm planning on actually getting or purchasing a P.O. box to where I can give you that information. And if you are interested in this project, but you don't want me to know where your actual address is, then I'm going to leave that up to you to either have a P.O. box or some other method of me sending that work of art to you. So I want you to have a peace of mind that I'm not wanting anything else other than that little bit of information about who you are through the information that you collect. If you're interested in it, some people have actually asked, well, what kind of books do you want? I'm wanting to know who you are through that information. And if I'm able to actually grab a book off the shelf and I know that it's something that you cherish and interests you, then I now get an opportunity to understand who this person is that I'm following, or a little bit more about this person that I think I know. Now becomes a little more whole to me. If you're interested in this project, I would love for you to take part. I'm going to work until it actually gets to 100 people. I'm going to try to find as many different ages, races, sex, gender, anything that kind of widens the scope of who people are, then I'm interested in you actually taking part in this. And if you're interested in taking part of it, just slip me a note. Just sort of say in either Instagram messages or Facebook messages or anything like that, yes, I'm interested, and then I'll send you more information about what I would need from you, either the P.O. box or your information on how we can actually get this trade going. I appreciate you coming in, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you all so much.